One bye round down, 3 to go. Let's look at who was hot and who was cold in round 12. Since that amazing run at the start of the year, Tim English has just been humming along, scoring hundreds most weeks. You'd be very happy if you've got him. But he exploded on Saturday night with an enormous game against the Cats. Watching that, I'm almost surprised he didn't score more than his 156 KFC SuperCoach points, which is enormous. Looking at his stats, 27 disposals. That's the same as Tom Stewart, to give you an idea of how good that is. 12 marks, 8 of them contested, 8 tackles, 11 hitouts to advantage. The only thing that went against him was giving away 3 free kicks, but he was absolutely sensational. Next week he's got Port Adelaide. That'll be a fantastic game. Scored 139 against them last year, so he could be an option for a captain in round 13. Unfortunately, I don't have Tim English in my team, but I do have another star ruckman, and that is Kieran Briggs from the Giants. I was one of about 25,000 KFC Supercoaches who brought him in this week for his third game, and he was incredible. Nearly won the game for him with that goal at the death. He kicked 2 for the day, had 11 disposals, 9 tackles. That's just fantastic against Big Nank, and he went up $86,000, which is incredible in 1 week, and he's got a break-even of negative 32, so he's going to make a heap more money. The only issue is I was going to trade him out in a few weeks at the Giants buy. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that because he's too good and he's making too much cash. And a shout out to a bit of a forgotten man in KFC Supercoach. We all had this guy in our teams until about 2 days before the season started. Then we've just wiped him. He's actually played 4 games for the year, and Elliot Yeo had his best score for the season by a mile on the weekend against the Magpies, 125 KFC Supercoach points. His previous best was 73, so I don't think I'd be rushing to trade him in just yet, even though he made some money and he's only very cheap and has a break-even of 6 this week. But 26 disposals, fantastic game from him. You definitely want to see a few more. Maybe after the Eagles bye, if he gets a run of good scores going, we might be able to look at him. Who was cold this week? North Melbourne, not cold. They were fantastic yesterday. Very unlucky not to get the win. But Jack Zeeble, there's some concerns there for me. Just the 59 KFC Supercoach points. And the big worry is he lost $51,000 in value. And he's got a break-even this week of 172. So he could lose more money. And we have to start thinking about, do we keep this guy in our teams for the season? That was certainly my original plan. But I'll have to go digging and look at the numbers and find out really what happened to him there. He still had 18 disposals and 7 marks. So he was getting his hands on the ball. Is there something going on with his role there? Maybe Aaron Hall coming into the team is pinching some of his points. So if this is going to be an ongoing issue, we might need to look at whether we keep Zeeble past the Kangaroos bye or even past this week. Another player who is frustrating me is a supposed premium in Stephen Canelio. Is he going to be a top 6 forward? He's a bit of a watch. Maybe I'm biased because I brought him in 5 weeks ago, and in that time he's averaged about 90 points. Just the 81 yesterday against the Tigers. 23 disposals, 8 tackles, so he's working hard. One thing that I've noticed is he's not kicking the goals that he was last year. He kicked 17 for the season last year, only 5 this year. I don't think he's going bad enough that you can trade him. You probably have to hang on to him at least until the Giants buy, and you'd have to have plenty of trades to be considering moving him on. But we'd like to get a bit more out of Canelio. He's got a great role. He ticks a lot of boxes. Just needs to score some more points. I don't want to rub it in for any Carlton supporters watching because they're going through a pretty rough trot at the moment. But one guy you have been able to rely on is Sam Walsh. But unfortunately, even he stumbled on the weekend. He had a run of 29 games in a row of 25 or more disposals. But he only got 22 this week, and that was at 63% efficiency. And he gave away 3 free kicks. So just the 72 KFC Supercoach points for Sam Walsh. Lowest score for the year. He's coming down in price, $550,000 with a break-even of 144. So he's someone you could potentially look at after Carlton's buy. I wouldn't be getting him in before then, but by the time that comes around, he might have lost a little bit more money. We know what a good player he is. So he's someone to put on your trade radar for after round 15.